What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the deliciously dank Dr. Disaster, and I have been saying for a pretty long while now that if I were an investor in Ubisoft, I wouldn't be happy at all, because they don't seem to have their investors' best interests at heart. By ignoring what gamers want, Ubisoft seems to repeatedly ignore their fiduciary duty.
What is this? What is this? Where's all the money?
That's as good as money, sir. Those are IOUs.
As an example, take Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is a game that should have been, to use a basketball term, an absolute layup. An Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is the easiest game in the world to make, and it should have easily made them a fortune, but their insistence on embracing controversy has cost them a lot of customers. They have turned a layup into a half-court shot. Now, let's examine one of the most prominent controversies in the game, even if you happen to be someone who likes the addition of Yasuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows as a playable character. You must admit that Ubisoft would have made a lot more money if they had taken less risks and simply gone with ethnically Japanese protagonists in the game, and making money should be their top priority. That is what investors expect.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money!
Ubisoft has been in financial trouble for a while now. I remember talking about this damn near a year ago, after the terrible launch of Skull and Bones. I said that the health of Ubisoft depended on Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows. After the massive flop of Star Wars Outlaws, the stock value tanked for the company, and rumors trickled out that Ubisoft was prepared to sell off to Tencent. There were also rumors that the company was considering selling off various IP in order to generate some cash, and now it looks as though those rumors might have been true. Ubisoft is being called out by the shareholders for trying to hide this from them.
What am I gonna do?
Now, a minute ago, I talked about Ubisoft ignoring their fiduciary duty. If you aren't familiar with the term, basically, it refers to every member of a company being responsible at all times for trying to make their business as economically valuable as possible for the sake of their shareholders. It also refers to the company's responsibility to inform the public about what they're up to so that shareholders can make informed decisions. Not telling shareholders about the possibility of selling off IPs is just one more in a long line of decisions made by this company where they show that they're more interested in saving face for management and pushing progressive crap into their games than they are taking care of their investors.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. We have been gathering up a bunch more subscribers and have once again passed another subscriber milestone. So, most of you know what question we have to ask now.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
We now have 124,000 space pirate a-holes in this Buccaneer crew, and as is the custom on the channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add another ship to the fleet in order to house the newcomers. This time, one of you recommended the MCS James McCallan from the Titanfall games, which can be seen soaring through space right here. If any of you have suggestions for future ships, drop them into the comment section and I will add them to my long list. Super Chats get bumped to the top of that list with other Super Chats, and also, for your reference, I'm adding an alphabetical list of all the ships already in the fleet to the description of this video. But, in any case, I want to thank everyone for being here, and I will do my best to continue to earn your viewership.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But okay, let's talk about this Ubisoft situation and how they were essentially caught shopping around their IPs in order to stay afloat, which is definitely something that the shareholders have every right to know about. Because you gotta think, if you had invested money in a company, wouldn't you want to know if that company was selling off, say, the Rayman franchise? Now, to be clear, we haven't got word as to which franchises were being shopped around. I have a hard time believing that would include Assassin's Creed, because at this point, without that franchise, I have a hard time believing that Ubisoft would even exist. They may as well sell off the whole thing if they did that. But anyhow, if you were invested, you'd want to know if they were considering selling off valuable IP, because that would make the company a much less attractive investment opportunity. It also signals that yes, actually, Ubisoft is floundering. It would seem that they must realize that Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't going to be the breakaway smash hit that it should always have been. But let's read about this investor situation with regards to Ubisoft in this article here from Bounding Into Comics. The article says, according to a new report, AJ Investment CEO Juraj Krupa, whose company owns a minority stake in the French developer, is reportedly calling for his fellow investors to join him in an upcoming physical protest outside Ubisoft's Paris headquarters. In an official company statement, Krupa condemned Ubisoft as being horribly mismanaged by current management, in doing so demanding that the company's leadership both provide them with a clear roadmap for recovery and address their declining shareholder value, lackluster operational execution, and failure to adapt effectively to market trends. So let's talk about that. You may remember that back in the fall, when rumors first came to light that Ubisoft was considering selling off the whole company to Tencent, the major sticking point reported on was that the Guillemot family, who runs things at Ubisoft, demanded to be left in charge after the buyout. But of course, Tencent refused because, as you can see here, absolutely everyone with even 2 brain cells to rub together can see that the management has been completely inept at Ubisoft. But, reading on, the article says, further, the CEO alleged that more than just poor shareholder value, Ubisoft stocks currently sit at a 10-year all-time low. The company has also been less than honest in their operations, to the extent that they are supposedly hiding information from investors. To his point, he cited the rumored partnership with the Saudi-based Savvy investment firm to produce their first DLC pack for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the reported discussions between the studio, Microsoft, and EA regarding the latter 2 entities' potential interest in acquiring IPs from Ubisoft. Now, once again, we don't know which IPs they were looking to sell. Naturally, when just having conversations, I'm willing to bet that all of them, from Rainbow Six and Prince of Persia all the way to Assassin's Creed, they were probably all discussed, but only some of them were likely serious discussions. If Ubisoft sold Assassin's Creed, the company's value would tank down to virtually nothing. They might as well sell off the entire company. So yeah, we don't know what these alleged discussions looked like because, if they actually happened, Ubisoft failed to disclose them. But one thing we do know is that the consequence of this is that the guy who's calling them out is planning a protest against Ubisoft unless his demands are met. You may remember, a few months ago, we discussed the fact that Ubisoft hired analysts, outside analysts, to essentially audit the company and explore strategic options for how to move forward, which is a clear sign that a company is nearing bankruptcy. But this guy who's calling them out is demanding that Ubisoft disclose the financial findings of these analysts and to provide a roadmap on how the company will get back to providing value, or they will start a protest of the company, a physical protest. The article says here, in light of what he deemed as Ubisoft's failure to appropriately communicate with investors, Krupa is calling on any and all investors who are frustrated with the prolonged stagnation in Ubisoft's stock performance and the lack of decisive action from the management team to join him and AJ Investments to protest the company. Literally. That is why we are organizing this demonstration in May, said Krupa, to ensure they have time to reach a conclusion that genuinely increases shareholder value. If their conclusion effectively enhances shareholder value, we will call off the demonstration. That seems pretty fair to me. 2 months is plenty of time for Ubisoft to put together a plan, an explanation of some kind as to what they are going to do to save the company, to make value for the shareholders. As Ricky Ricardo used to say to Lucy on the old I Love Lucy show, Ubisoft, you got some splaining to do. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Ubisoft into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.